Deep red decant, let it breathe in my hands. Slow pour, no rush, feel it open up. Dark notes linger on skin, on tongue. Some things burn bright, some deepen when they're undone. Deep red decant, we don't spill what we can't. Stone walls keep secrets in the cold. Oak barrels waiting tight and bold. You walked in dressed in clean white lines. I stood there tasting borrowed time. You said control makes value last. I said some pressure hits too fast. But when you looked across that room, I felt the cork about to move. Deep red decant, let it breathe in my hands. Slow pour, no rush, feel it open up. Dark notes linger on skin, on tone. Some things burn bright, some deepen when they're done. Deep red decant, we can. Into light and lowered eyes, glass between us and the skies. Full body with a steady stare. You drank from my skin, you leaned close and pulled me in. No more glasses, no more lines, just keep it far in your vines. Deep red decant, let it breathe in my hands. No bass between, no careful plans. Bold takes, no burn after it's gone. Some things are sealed, some are poured strong. Deep red decant, worth every second we spent, worth the wait. Deep red decant. Pull me closer with the tide tonight. Moonlight breathing on your skin like fire. I was running till you held me tight. Now I'm sinking in your heat, your eyes. No more waves pulling me away. I'm where I'm meant to. In your arms in the night, we move like the ocean, slow and right. Bare feet in the sand, rhythm in my chest. You say feel the water, don't fight what it does best. Your hands on my waist, steady like stone, teaching my body how to come back home. Every breath slower, every touch deep. I was chasing the world, now I'm learning to keep the moment, the heat, the pull of your side. Your presence louder than the rolling tide. Hold me closer with the tide tonight. Moonlight breathing on your skin like fire. I was running We move like the ocean, slow and right. But you're burning through every wave, pushing me closer to you. Your heart beats steady, mine losing pace. Every fear falling from your embrace. I feel the moon pulling us into one. Your body answering before my mind runs. Salt on my lips, breathe on my neck. Every part of me finally wrecked. Not broken, just open, just real, just heal. Your strength making silence disappear. Pull me closer with the tide tonight. Let the ocean hide every sound we made. I was restless till you locked me in your light. Now I'm yours with every breath I take. I'm where I'm meant to stay. Your arms in the night echo my heart in your firelight. We don't run, we collide. Under the acacia trees, we breathe slower, where the world stays far away. Your shadow leaning into mine, like the earth teaching roots how to stay. No crowds, no fear, just you and me, learning how to be seen. Under the acacia trees, we grow quietly. I came back carrying broken dreams, dust on my hands, hope in my chest. They said the world was bigger than this land, but peace was waiting where I left. You work like patience lives in your bones, every touch gentle and strong. Somehow standing next to you, feel like I finally belong. Under the acacia trees, we breathe slower, where the world stays far away. Your shadow leaning into mine, like the earth teaching roots how to stay. No crowds, no fear, just you and me, learning how to be seen. Under the acacia trees, we grow quietly. doesn't need a sound. Two hearts learning how to trust, where roots go deeper in the ground. No running, no hiding, just truth in every quiet breath we choose. Under the acacia trees, I choose you. Between the windows and the rain, you stood below, I stayed the same. A line of gravel, a breath of air, nothing spoken, still aware. Only the weight of what we've done. Morning opened iron gates. You stepped out first and did not wait. The gravel shifted under your boots. Sunlight caught along your throat. I did not call your name above. I watched the way you carried dust. You never looked, but you knew. The curtain moved, the quiet stare. A window holds what walls conceal. The space between us felt too real. Between the windows and the rain, you stood below, I stayed the same. A line of gravel, a breath of air, nothing spoken, still aware. Only the weight of what we've done. Garden bent beneath your hand. You drew a mark into the sand. You let it rest, you let it stay. You gave the moment room to sway. In kitchen glass I saw it clear, the pause that discipline made dear. A hand that lingered just too long, a silence in neither cold nor wrong. didn't fall apart in fire. We didn't break in raised voices. We just stood still long enough to see the line had moved. You held on to what was built. I traced where it had shifted. We were not wrong. We were learning the shape of goodbye. Morning light across the dashboard, navigation voice without pause. Same road, same hands on the wheel, different silence in the car. You checked the locks before leaving. I watched the air move through my fingers. You call it structure, I call it truth. We didn't fall apart in anger, no shattered glass to sweep. We just bowed to what had changed and let the quiet speak. You trusted what was built to last. I trusted what felt real. We were not broken. We were learning the shape of goodbye. Dull before the morning, cold floor beneath our knees. We rose at different seconds and neither tried to lead. You said we'd already ended. I knew before you spoke. No door slammed behind us, just windows left open. Was never said. It had edges we could see. Love does not collapse, it changes geometry. We traced it with steady hands and let it settle into view. Not every ending shatters. Some take the shape of goodbye. It starts with one, just one small roll across the stone, across control. Not loud enough to call it fate. Just shift the weight and watch it break. The Orange Avalanche moves slow at first, a quiet nudge, a careful burst. Said he touched your shoulder once, like it meant nothing at all. But your wheels stopped turning by the fountain wall. I didn't say a single word, I pressed the fruit instead. But I could see it written all across your head. It starts with one, a glass, a call, an extra chair that says it all. Not pushing hard, not pulling fast, just lining up what's meant to last. The Orange Avalanche doesn't shout, it gathers there, then rolls you out. I phoned him for dinner. You tried to disappear. It starts with a small design, a little light at the right time. No one falls, no one breaks, but something shifts, and that's what wakes the Orange Avalanche, sweet and true. It wasn't fruit, it was you. Under the storm hut, tin roof shaking above, rain on the ridge, and your hand finding mine. A wire pulled tight, fence line drawn in the mud. We thought we'd run, but we stayed in the flood. Under the storm hut, nothing left to hide, cold in the wind, but we're warm inside. Morning on the eastern slope, hammering and clean, post set deep where the valley dips, grass cut short and lean. You were working your side of the line, boot in the creek bed clay, dogs crossing where the fence runs straight, like it's always been that way. They all talk about heading north, like the hills are holding us back, but I've known this ridge since I was small, every bend and every track. Under the storm hut, tin roof shaking above, rain on the ridge, and your hand finding mine. Wire pulled tight, fence line drawn in the mud. We thought we'd run, but we stayed in the flood. Under the storm hut, cold wind outside, world getting loud, but we didn't hide. Rain hit hard without warning, sky turned iron gray. You cut across the western rise, met me halfway, boots sliding in the wet grass, laugh breaking through tin walls, closing in around, till there was only you. You said we'll be right, like it wasn't a risk, like staying here was something we choose, not because we're scared to leave, not because we don't know how, but because what we were looking for was standing here somehow. Under the storm hut, tin roof holding the sound, two farms divided, one line in the ground. Under the storm hut, we made it clear, not running off, not disappearing. Whoa, I pulled tight, post sunk deep, the storm moved on, but we chose to keep. We stood in the same morning, under the same light, moving through the same rhythm, but not the same city. You wanted the moment, I wanted the wave. Same street, same music, different pace. Glass towers in the morning, elevators rising clean. You moved without hesitation, I measured what it meant. You leaned across the table, told me I should try. Said taste is just a doorway if you stop asking why. I watched the way you spoke like nothing had caused you. Never planned to land and you only chased the spark. We stood in the same night, under the same light, bodies close together, but not the same city. You wanted the fire, I wanted the frame. Same floor, same music, different game. Your hand behind my back, you said you loved the song. I let myself relate. You turned before I noticed, hit focus already go. Another face in motion, another party drone. You caught it just a moment, so beauty was enough. I saw the way you meant it and that was what went right. You stood in the same solid ground. Same door, same pocket, same crowded room. You chased the night, I chose to live it we were in the same city, but not the same place. You moved without waiting. Not the same city. The distance fades, the breath is near. 1,000 stories linger here. Not every love will end the same, but every silence learns your name. The borrowed nights, the hidden glance, the brush of hands, the fleeting chance. From whispered vows to one night flame, each moment leaves a trace, a claim. The distance fades, the breath is near. 1,000 voices linger here. Not every love will end some break apart, some stall at start, but each one leaves an echoed heart. The distance fades, the breath is near, 1,000 voices gather here. Not every love will end the same, but every silence keeps your